Hey everyone, so for those that are interested, here's part 2 of the video I put on earlier today, and this picks up on the recording where Lisa lets everybody know about her scam and how she runs it, and it's just really super disgusting and gross, but let's listen.
Your family, and I feel like you're so much more like different with your family. Like I've heard you talk to RJ, even when he's mean to you, you're just kind of like quiet. Yeah. You just kind of like don't say anything in response, like.
Yeah, try to keep the peace.
But
I've always been like that.
Okay, if not if, but like you think that they would just put their anger aside and still like come together at such a bad time for your mom instead of like putting more stress on her and be like ganging up on her,
My opinion is I think Kim kind of figured out that this was a lie, and that's why she started these recordings, but I know some of you guys think she was in on it and some of you don't.
Ronnie came to get what was left of my dad's medication.
And your mom gave it to her?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
She shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Are you kidding me?
Nope. And then wanted to talk about, that's what they're thinking about right now.
Bro, I feel sick. I don't know how you don't.
Jesus, how low could Lisa go to say her sisters wanted her dad's medication? Wow.
Can't, because I can't physically like fight her, you know what I mean? And that's what it's going to come to, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because by her means not by me, by her.
I just don't understand why they're so mad. Like, what did you haven't done anything.
No, I've always been even nice to Ronnie and Jesse. Like, Jesse don't come around at all. She might not even show up for any of this. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why would she show up to a fake funeral, Lisa? That is so wrong.
I know, but still, like,
you guys, I blew my nose. Like, I just blew my nose.
Oh, I don't want to.
I'm trying not to say anything too loud because I don't know where you are. So.
Yeah, no, I'm up in my room now.
I know.
I don't want nobody ever did anything to Jessie. Acts like I don't know, like she had this terrible childhood, and everybody. Because she went and told my one friend Tiffany that she was younger. And I was like, that's not true. I was like, that's not true at all. Like, by a family member. And I was like, I was so disgusted. I'm like, dude, like, that's the type of person Jessie is. I don't know if that's sympathy points. I'm not sure. But she really said that. But then when I try to debunk it, I'm the liar. So nobody believes me,
Yeah, but
This is the last time I'll talk until the end, but can you imagine what Lisa's family thinks of her after this? Oh my goodness.
If KB does put something out, which the only way I think she would know, honestly, and I'm being brutally honest, is through Jess, which I don't know, because Jess has reached out to her before. But if you put the obituary out, I feel like once people call, they're going to realize that they're lying as much as they want to. And find out.
Yeah, and you know what? It's going to ruin Jesse's credibility.
Yep.
Because they're going to be like, why would Jesse say that? You know what I mean?
It will have the funeral name on it,
Yeah, it's going to have the time and date, yep. You're right. It might be a good thing.
Yeah.
I'll get some blowback for a couple hours until somebody does a little bit of digging, and puts out, wait a minute, I called, and this ain't fake,
Yeah, no, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but that's actually pretty smart. Because, dude, that's like, Ronnie collected so much money on that app. I think it was like $5,000 or something.
Yeah.
Plus all the Walmart stuff, plus all the Target stuff. Like,
I wish I could collect money. You know what? I was thinking about reaching out to R yesterday, to be honest, because she sounded so giving and everybody was so mean to her. I'm like, damn, I wonder if I can get in her pockets, but I would never.
Who, Rachel?
Yeah.
I'll give you her number.
No, I'm just kidding, but I was thinking about it. She'd probably be like, how did you get my number?
Dude, the night that she sent 100, okay? And then she sent it not friends and family. So I had Danielle, I was talking to her on the phone and texting Danielle at the same time. Did Danielle send it back to her?
Well, there's the Danielle Summers that Lisa lied about and said it was her payment app. There's the Danielle Summers, guys.
She sent it back, not friends and family again. So Danielle sent it back to her again, and then she went and she did it some kind of way. Like, I had to actually talk her through, like, pull up and, like, step by step. Be like, I'm like, you should be looking at something where you can click friends and family right now. She's like, I don't see it. Wait, I see it. Okay, then it got sent again. So she sent, I think it was like a total of like 300, like $350 some dollars. But she got it back, you know what I mean? And then wait a minute, and then she had sent 100 on the Venmo, like Venmo to PayPal, right? The Visa Plus.
Yeah.
And it got stuck because it said it was pending. And I was like, it's pending. And that's where the 100 came in. Then she sent 50 on PayPal, so I ended up with 150 from her.
Damn.
But I don't know if she has a bunch of money because then she only sent little amounts after that. So
I know, but it could just be because whatever. Yeah, I know. That's
not even making any sense.
I'm just gonna end
because I definitely do text her and say, hey, can I get help? That's all true. I do that, right?
Yeah, but that's
not
okay.
every
Whatever.
day.
That's like what you do. It's not like.
Well, because people won't answer me every day. The same people. But if I text 10 people every day, right? And 2 of them answer, and then the next day 2 different ones answer. That's when they said no. I used to be like, well, it wasn't even if they said no, they don't have it. It would be them saying, well, wait till 6 when I get off work and I'll help. And then at 6, they would be like, I can't do it. And I was like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, I should have done
you
that.
need to stop doing that, though. Like, even if they can't help, that's what you need to blow back on. Like, I mean, not blow back on, slow back on. I don't know how to say it, but, like, you just have to, like, really suck it up and be like, okay, well, I gotta find somebody else. Move on to the next person. Because the more you do, you know? Or, like, even if they can't help you that day, they're gonna be able to help you maybe the next day or something, you know?
No, you're right. But I need to stop doing
work it correctly.
So much like they.
Yeah.
You know? I know, but it could just be because whatever, you know? But I was thinking, like, everyone was so mean to her yesterday on the live, I should hit her up. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to, because God forbid.
Do it. If you want to, do it. Because she, just remember, though, she's a fake.
Yeah, I know.
As you seen in that live, she was, like, talking a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I know. That's
not even making any sense.
I'm just going to end
Because I definitely do text her and say, hey, can I get help? That's all true. I do that, right?
Yeah, but that's
I had to, like, turn it off a couple.
Wiggle behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what my point was to you the other day, was, like, if you didn't, like, burn so many bridges, which you should stop doing, to be honest, then, like, one day someone can't help, but the next day somebody can. And, like, you would have so many fucking people helping, you know?
I used to, and, like, a lot of them I didn't even say, like, because, I used to yell when they said no. I used to be like, well, it wasn't even if they said no, they don't have it. It would be them saying,
You have to accept it.
I had to stop doing
work it
so much. Like, they really had to do something fucked up for me to go cuss them out, right?
No, yeah, I get it. Because some people just play games. But that's when you don't have, like, that's when you just stop answering, you know?
Well, there was this person that came from the Discord or something. They said that my number got posted. I don't think it was your Discord. I think it was a different one. And they kept texting me from different numbers, and they would act like they were going to help. But here's how I caught on to it. They would say they were an old lady. They would offer me say they were going to send me $50, okay? Like, they had the same scripts, right? But just different numbers. And as soon as they said the $50 and the old, I'm just an old lady thing, boom, I knew it was them. You know what I mean? And that's what they would do. I don't know. And then, so they deserve to get cussed out, right? But
yeah, of course.
But see, that sucks because whenever I'm jaded like that, thinking where'd this person come from, especially because they're being nice now, I think I may have cussed out a few people that weren't really, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure. Usually I'm right, but I'm sure I haven't been 1 or 2 times, you know?
Yeah. So I know this is, like, a lot to ask. I feel so bad, but, like, do you have arrangements set already? Or, like, was that pre-arranged?
You're
No,
modded
So,
GFW.
like, isn't that expensive?
Girl, I have no idea what we're going to do about that. I have no fucking idea. But, I don't know.
And then, like, I know you got so much going on right now, but, like, what are you going to do about living? Like...
That's another thing. I don't know. So I said that in the live yesterday. And I said, my God, like, on top, because I didn't tell them what was going on. And I'm like, I got another thing on top of that. I have no idea. And now I have to worry about my mom, too, on top of it. Because somebody has to fucking take care of her.
Yeah.
If it's not me, it's got to be my brother or something. I don't fucking know. It's just going to get rough, man. This is a bad time for that money to stop, because if I could go on and get money and spend it, like, well, with, like, on actual bills, I would be okay. You know what I mean? More than okay.
Yeah.
But it's to a point, though, that I'm, like, it's never been nothing. She said she did, and then they said they didn't. I don't know. I'm going to talk to her about that and see, like, what the plan is, because if she does have...
I feel so bad. I would be, like, sleeping with her. I'm not even going to lie. I feel so fucking bad.
Yeah, she's a little traumatized, and then, like, she was acting like my dad was acting the other day, like, with the mumbling and shit last night. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you now? You know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, we're just old, Lisa. And I'm like, no, it's not that you're just old. I'm like, why? Because I'm like, is this like a gas leak or something? Like, why are we mumbling and incoherent? I don't understand. I was like, are you guys on drugs? Like, what the fuck is going on? And my mom's like, no, because she don't do drugs. But I don't know what the fuck. My brother called down there and was like, I'm hungry. You know, can we order food? Well, my mom was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, let me know when we're going to sleep. And then he waited like an hour and called her back, and she just couldn't even get up to, like, order the food. She told him to do it, and I went down and checked on her, and, like, she just wasn't, I don't know, herself. It was weird. But it's to be expected. I just want to make sure she's okay, because her health is shit, too.
Yeah.
And usually, they said, dude, my parents have been together for, like, 40 years.
Damn.
That's crazy. And they said did you ever hear the
It does piss me off.
The wife died? Is it the wife or the husband? And then, like, 2 or 3 days later, the other one died?
No, yeah, I've heard that before.
That would be no good. I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, I know. I can only imagine how you feel or what you're going through.
Dude, I'm looking for the final order for court. I want to know the final order. My RFR, I can't find it anywhere. It's CVS,
Sorry, I walked into the door. Yeah, I just walk into doors that have always been there, and I just don't walk far enough around the corner.
Dude.
Okay, that's where it ends on that one. Here's another one.
I had $2 in my pocket and some change. And I said, I will walk up. And I kind of feel like, I keep hearing my dad say, please just take care of your mother, you know. So I don't know. I'm very, you know, that's all.
It seems like kind of like you just need to get clean at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's been a long time.
I mean, until you can actually afford it, you know?
Well, even after I can afford it, if you can't afford it, don't
you
do
gotta
it. I
figure
get
it
it.
out.
I know. This is the worst time to flip the hoe, honestly, like, it's rough. Like, that, I mean, I feel like, what the fuck is good? I took me to the clinic the other day, and, like, he was all out of it, and, like, put his off right, and, when he talked to the doctor from, the hospital, he said that he was having many strokes. But the seizures were many strokes. Going in the hospital, keeping him for a couple days, right? And then they would send him up. And then, 3 weeks later, he would have another seizure. We called it ambulance. He'd go back, That's it's the third time that has happened. Third time. And nobody ever had an answer as to what was causing the seizures or why he was having them.
Yeah.
So I don't, that could be right. There could have been like maybe strokes or whatever, because, they came out of nowhere. He never had seizures before. And all of a sudden he started having them, and then, I don't know. But I'm just baffled that that's my luck, that you're in the hospital, you have a stroke. But you said it would be the best place to have one, because if you're going to have one.
Whoops.
And then they would send him up. And then, 3 weeks later, he would have another seizure. We call it ambulance. He'd go back, That's it's the third time that has happened. Third time. And nobody ever had an answer as to what was causing the seizures or why he was having them.
Yeah.
So I don't, that could be right. That it could have been like maybe strokes or whatever, because, they came out of nowhere. He never had seizures before. And all of a sudden he started having them, And then, I don't know. But I'm just baffled. I must have not sent it, or I must have got sidetracked.
I'm just gonna wait for people to come in, because I didn't mean to. Thank you, Christina. Please, you don't have to send me gifts, but thank you. Who's funding her? Her name is Christina. That's her name. Tracy, me, sometimes. Okay, so this is like what happened.
So that was the end of that, and then I should be able to get the rest of it in a part 3, and I'll try to do that right now because I'm not going to really talk a lot. I'll just edit it out and then let it play. Talk to you guys later.